right, check them well. If you look you go see, say the time, don't they let us they know, say now 8:23. Now what time don't they talk inside of the studio? And you know how it could be? Yes, we don't sell market, we go hustle because we need to pay bill, we need to buy fuel. If fuel, they don't come the subsidy. We need to buy fuel, so we need to sell market. But back to the matter, big talk this morning, and we'll get something where we say we go check based on one or two this morning on top of the big talk. And our guests will be say is supposed to be live inside of the studio. Yes, he day with us, but not live for inside of the studio. That one don't mean anything, no, because my number one call, so I won't call the number, make we talk. Because we got to talk on top of the big talk. This one on Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja, and here we did this morning. Now, we never hear the last of issues from the 2023 general election. They don't get winner. Winner don't come out. But controversy will follow the winner. It's too much. Now, since when they announced that presidential election result, one controversy after another controversy, from protest to people will go Ministry of Defense kneel down to the military take over, to calls to cancel the result, to many issues don't follow the presidential election. Now, recently, the whole thing can twist into different level. We don't hear about conversation, alleged tap phone conversation. We don't hear about allegations about interim government, calls for interim government, and then how INEC they take react to all of these things. How INEC they take respond to all of these things. All right, and then also to provide the certified true copy of the results. Why they had so much. And then we don't hear the one when it be said the before president of the NBA, Ulisa Abakoba, come outside, going to talk, say, make the presidential poll petitions, make them decide them before May 29. All of these things no matter. We just be like, say, they do hands on your neighbor's shoulder straight. They stand. All of them line up behind the presidential or the president-elect or the elections, the 2023 presidential election. They matters, them plenty. We're going to check them one by one. We're going to make sense out of them one by each on top of the radio this morning. And I get somebody where we say it will help us make sense out of this whole thing. And we'll go put down for phone line this morning. Make we talk. So that thing will help us explain some of these things based on how they be. All right, then are we normal guests, but as they call on night, they let us know say if you make them inside the studio. Because of one or two higgy haga, and then why we try to reach them on the phone line so that we go talk about some of these things. The whole matter, make sense out of them. Hello, good morning to you, sir. Phil Philemon Ajekuko, correct man. I greet you this morning.
Good morning, Chief Priest. I'm very sorry. I got held up somewhere and missed being in the studio for my usual tea.
No, wala, my brother. No, wala. We know you. We trust you. We know, say you, if you get your chance, you don't day here since. But nothing do you. Make we talk on top the phone line because we must talk on top big talk this morning.
Yeah, we got to talk.
Yes, we got
full talk.
Full everywhere. So quickly, make we dive, because of time, make we dive inside of the matter. Elections don't come, it don't go, matter still full ground. The matter no gree finish. One matter after the other matter since the declaration of the election result that are talking about the presidential elections. Now, make we even start from the comment from the NBA president, Ulisa, former NBA president, Ulisa Abakoba, when he talks, say, make them conclude all the presidential poll petitions before May 29. Safil, that thing, is it realistic? Is it feasible? How can this happen? Make we even start from there. Make we start from that one?
It's very feasible. And remember that we copied this system from the American presidential system, right?
Yes. And
in the United States, all matters concerning the elections are settled before inauguration day. Remember Al Gore and George Bush, how it happened down for Florida. All the contestation and the hanging shard and all that stuff that they went through. But on inauguration day, somebody must be sworn in. So everything is settled. And I believe and I back what Agbakoba is saying. This whole thing about swearing in somebody and then the case continues on and on and on and on, even though there are time limits now. Don't forget that some years ago, there wasn't even a time limit.
Yes.
So somebody can be in power for like 3 years or even almost finish in tenure before the case is decided.
Yes.
So, and let me tell you something. I have been into the court cases. I have listened to lawyers and judges. I have read judgments. Most of the things that waste our time are irrelevant things that lawyers throw. Lawyers themselves are responsible for the delay in election cases. They throw so many things that don't matter. My brother, what matters in election? There are clearly two things. One, whether you have complied with the electoral law, right? Two, whether you have the most vote. Those are the two critical issues that are meant for determination. But I tell you, sometimes lawyers will throw in like 20, 30, 40 issues for the judge to determine. And once you do that, the judge must go through each of those issues. And then another thing that is responsible for the long time is INEC itself. INEC itself.
Okay, yes.
You are the umpire.
Yes.
You have conducted election. Now, we are looking for certified true copies. As if the certified true copies are in Siberia or somewhere. 1 or 2 days or 3 days after election, those copies are with INEC already. So, what is the problem? That 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
they never still bring and come outside.
INEC still hasn't released the certified true copies. And I can tell you that they deliberately do it. They deliberately
you don't certain about that one.
Yes. Because I have seen the process at close range. So, and why am I saying that? If a judge gives a judgment today in court, right?
Yes.
That judgment is already printed. It's printed. So if you want a certified true copy tomorrow or the day after, go to the court. All they need to do is just put a stamp, make photocopies, put a stamp on it, and they give you that certified true copy.
All right.
So we are saying that.
Yes. So make we talking about INEC. Make we just talk this one before we move on to the other things. Now INEC. Now most of this, INEC did the eye of the storm. They did the center of the matter. How INEC don't take response to all of this from the phone conversation, all of these allegations we concern elections or post-election matters. How INEC response, how INEC don't take handle them, how you could take assess INEC's response and handling of all the election and post-election matters.
Below average.
Wow.
Below average.
Wow.
And that is what is causing the concern. Okay? If you look at it very well, based on historical data, you will see that this election is more diverse in result than any other election we've had. So, in other words, if INEC has just gone a little bit beyond even average, the whole country would have been clapping for them today. But this attitude of not responding, look at what the Minister of Information said in Washington, D.C., that INEC deliberately did not upload the result.
Deliberately?
Meanwhile, INEC told us that they had some technical issues. So between the government and INEC, there is now a credibility issue. Who do you want us to believe? That is a problem. And then if somebody comes to your office and say, not just come to your office, the person has a court judgment, and which is even not supposed to be, because releasing certified true copy to a petitioner is the petitioner's right. It doesn't have to go to court to go and ask for those things. But now they go to court because they want to compel INEC to give this document. And then you go today, tomorrow, 2 weeks' time, INEC does not release the document. The next thing they come out and start telling you all kinds of stories, which are not necessary, and which are also bogging down the process.
All right. Okay. So quickly now, make we talk about the calls, because recently, I don't know whether they're related, but recently we don't hear calls about make them televise election tribunal proceedings live. On the media, make people they see as they go live and direct. Everybody they follow all the proceeding. Maybe that one go take away this issue. Make people know wait till they delay the certified true copy and all of the. Make people they follow the process step by step, live as they go. You think it's a good idea or something where go carry many complications follow body? How you see these particular calls?
You remember? In one of the programs, I suggested that a long time ago. You remember?
Yes,
I don't know whether you
remember. Yes.
Remember that the election petitions cases should be televised. The reason is because when judges reach certain decisions and they make judgments, what the press reports is a very condensed summary of what happened. So you do not get to know the nitty-gritty of the issues that led the judges to determine a case one way or the other. So what that does is that it creates room for speculation. And there are also what we call provocateurs, people who are just speculators, who will go to town to speculate even against the grains of truth. And that's what it does. So if it is televised, people get to see what has been said in court. People get to see the petitioners and the respondents and how INEC, you will be surprised that INEC that conducts an election, if you see the way INEC behaves sometimes in court, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked because they will be saying one thing and what they are presenting, what the evidence is different. Sometimes they will present documents that they cannot testify to. They will do what they call dumping. They will just come dump documents on the court. And the court, when you dump documents on the court has no basis to begin to scrutinize those documents because they don't say anything to the court except somebody testifies to those documents. So if you televise this thing, Nigerians ab initio will follow the process
we know the
and
status.
they will be able to make up their mind. Yes. They will also be able to make up their mind whether the judgment is fair or not fair. On whether on the petitioners or the respondents.
All right, so now quickly, but make we talk about this issue. Make I take you back small because when the people don't they talk, some people they talk say since the election get many controversy, say may they not swear anybody in. And that one day in line, it is similar or it supports the argument where Abakoba raised, come outside, we made no swear anybody in until they settle everything before May 29. Now, but I want to ask you now, Safio, if May 29 reach, because you'd already tell us now, says they must swear somebody in, say there's no room for that vacuum of we never finish, make we wait small, then there's no room for that vacuum. So if May 29 reach, and all of these matters still they linger. They never really settle the matter. And they go ahead and swear in the president-elect. I want to make we talk, what that one mean? What be the, I don't want to say implication because make it not sound so harsh, but waiting fit follow that kind of matter. Come on, sir. What we go fit see as a result?
Chief priest. Let's not talk like people who don't know the law. People who raise these questions are being mischievous. Everything that is done according to the law of the day. The law of the day states as at today states that once election is done on May 29, somebody will be sworn in. Somebody who has been declared a winner will be sworn in. The law also states very clearly the time span over which these cases will be heard. And that time span goes beyond May 29th. So there is nothing that binds the government not to swear the president in, or the existing president or the current president not to swear the incoming president on May 29. Nothing in law. That is why I find it very concerning that we are spending our useful time discussing interim government. I even find it more disturbing that an agency of government like the DSS will be the one promoting such idea by telling us, the citizen, that some people are planning interim government. Let me tell you something. That statement on its own indicts the government itself. And here is the reason. Who is it that we form an interim government? It Ezemmou and Philemon that we set up interim government?
We know fit.
Is it me and you?
We cannot.
Is it politicians that we set up interim government? The only person or the only organ of government that can set up an interim government is the presidency. And there are guidelines as to how an interim government can be set in. If, for instance, war breaks out tomorrow, God forbid. If, for instance, now war breaks out tomorrow, Nigeria goes to war, that might be a ground for the president to set up an interim government, because he has to take certain actions very quickly. Okay?
Yeah.
If, for instance, there is grave disturbance all over the country is in turmoil, the government can set up an interim government. Do you understand?
Yes.
So these are things that are specified in the law. And before you can do that, my brother, you must consider all the T's and all the I's.
Well,
it's not something you can do.
Dot all the I's and cross the T's.
It's not something you just come out of the bathroom with your towel and you say, "Oh, I declare interim government." You create confusion.
All right. Okay. So quickly, now, still on this interim government matter, maybe we just talk this one quickly, because we don't establish clearly, say it is unconstitutional. There's no room for it in the constitution, and it threatens democracy. Now, but when things like this don't they come out, how our security agencies supposed to handle them? Because some people go talk, say, when something don't they threaten democracy, when something they unconstitutional, then people go expect make the security agencies, especially like the DSS, will bring the matter come out. People go expect them to swing into action. All right, when something they threaten our sovereignty, our constitution, our democracy, how should the security agencies handle issues like that?
First of all, before you even talk about threat, what is threat? As you sit down for studio today, are you feeling any threat that May 29? I don't know about you. I am not feeling any threat. I don't see the threat. I don't feel it. I don't see it. So it is something in the imagination of certain individuals. And that is why I am blaming the SSS, because the SSS is giving them the wing to feel important. This is a political era. This is a political circle. During any political circle, people will say all kinds and manners of things just to draw attention to themselves. Do you understand?
Yes.
The military, the Nigerian military that I know today, because another way you can declare interim government is for the military to take over. The military that I know today, the military is not thinking about one interim government, or they are not. That is not what is in their brain at all. Because Nigeria has been going to other countries to go and caution them over governments that are hanging. You remember?
Yes.
Everywhere they take over, Nigeria would be at the forefront of saying, "Oh boy, make now stop that nonsense when they do." So how it's like a chief priest now, when they tie rapper for inside street. Make we not do all these things.
All right. Okay, make we quickly come back to again matter with the hot, and we don't talk. We scratch them yesterday. We scratch them yesterday.
Yeah.
Now talk about the alleged phone conversation between the Labour Party presidential candidate, and a very popular clergyman, the founder of Winners Chapel. So we hear the alleged conversations between them. They think they go around on top of social media. Now, many people don't talk. Say this thing. In fact, people they react to them unto say they believe them. But what do we see? Is it just a case of the bad side of artificial intelligence, or should we give this conversation, make we pay attention to waiting day the conversation? Abi, make we reason and say this one are one of the things, the dark sides, or make we call it the dark sides of artificial intelligence. How you see this particular matter?
My brother, I have seen the transcript of that discussion in Premium Times. I saw the transcript.
Yes.
I cannot make anything out of it. I don't see anything that will engage Nigerian people talking. Me, I not see him. I not see anything there. He said, the man say, for instance, we have not even gone to the point of determining whether it was a
real or fake,
genuine thing or not. Now, we are just looking at the surface now. Somebody say, if May 29, the president-elect is sworn in, that's the end of democracy. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that translate to the man saying, I will make Nigeria ungovernable, I will overthrow the God? Is that what he has said? When there's something we call in communication, as you see here, communication is very intricate. It's that is why when you go to court, if you use the word shall and if you use the word will, you don't mean the same thing.
Not two different things, yes.
Not two different things. It's just the like the case of Abuja now, when they say 2020
25% in 36 states and the FCT. That and now ended the drag.
And now AND don't become the biggest word in the country right now. So what do I mean?
Yes.
Sometimes we just overplay what politicians say. Number two,
yes.
What politicians say in public and what they say in private, they are two different things. Do you understand? We are very pretentious. We are a very pretentious country. We know that people have used religion to try and get votes. We know that people have used tribe to try and get vote. We know that people have used all kinds of things to try and get vote. But once somebody comes out to say it one way or the other, everywhere goes haywire. As if it is how do I put it? It's a sacrilege. Come on, people. Come on.
All right.
Let's not go there. But as for artificial intelligence, for those who have followed the technology, I have followed the technology from day one. I am even using artificial intelligence to do some work right now. This is my take. Everything that man has invented, man has used as a weapon. In other words, you can weaponize anything. That is why the level of credulity becomes very important. Nigerians are becoming like, I don't know, anything we see on social media, on newspaper, one kind of fringe newspaper, we just believe. Now, artificial intelligence is making it much more difficult to know what is real and what is not real. Somebody can create a video of you now, Chief Ezemmou.
Yes.
Somebody can create a video of you now talking what you never said anywhere. So it is only those who don't understand how these things work that are
carried away with them.
My first reaction whenever I read something is to doubt. That's my first reaction. As a trained communication expert, my first reaction is to doubt. Then the second thing is to do my research. Where is this coming from?
To verify.
To verify. Now, let me tell you something. Since you did this country, when kidnappers and bandits, they talk, they demand, you don't hear anybody when they record their conversation.
I'm not sure I don't hear.
How come we have not been able to track one kidnapper with their telephone calls. It's the telephone call between one politician and man of God that is the one that is engaging. I think it's even a waste of time that we are talking about this.
All right.
For me,
yes,
I'm telling you.
Yes. All right. So make we know dwell on them too much, because we don't already even talk them yesterday, and we talk some of these things where you mentioned, because artificial intelligence we create some of these things. All right. So quickly, make we take one or two calls. Then we go round this conversation up quickly. So just hang in there. Make we take one or two calls. All right. Okay. We there on top of the matter. Big talk this morning. Who there so this morning now? Hello.
Good morning, my brother.
Morning to you. Who there?
Citizen Olushola Deji.
Citizen Olushola. Morning to you. Quickly, make we hear from you very quickly.
Thank you. You know, we tend to pretend true. But you know, to me, as ordinary Nigeria, I don't even believe on all these pastors do this and do this thing. Unfortunately, the opium of the masses as a religion, being described by one of these philosophers, is the reality, and the reality is in Nigeria. If you see how some religions control in Nigeria, I'm not even favoring them.
All right.
The masses are struggling, and they are telling you that you must do this, and you are following them to do it. The thing has already polarized before even the statement is made, either true or false.
All right. Thank you.
We are pretending.
Thank you so much. Olushola, you call us from Meitamako? You're calling us from Maitama. All right. I don't see none away they always call us from normally. But make we take one more call. We still get Safil on top of the radio. Who they decide?
Morning, Chief Ezemmou.
Yes. Morning to you. Make we hear you. Who they talk where they call us from? Then the
Mask Man. Greetings to Safil,
Yes.
I always enjoy your analysis.
Yes.
You see, like he rightly said, swearing in, continuing election cases after a president has been sworn in. It's of no use. Who is going to appoint somebody who has the power to remove a Chief Justice and appoint new person there? You are trying my case, and I have been sworn in as the president. I can do anything, and it's very, very possible. And the normal way to do things is all issues concerning election should be settled before the swearing in date. Let me just give chance to others. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Maxman, for that one. We don't talk this morning. All right, so we get maybe one or two more calls. We'll just take, and then we'll go round up with Safil this morning. Hello, who they decide quickly? Will you be our last caller?
Good morning.
Morning. Who they talk there?
My name is GB.
GB, welcome from Life Camp. Now you be our last caller very quickly.
Yes, I did agree with your guest there, saying that they could not track kidnapper or something. No kidnapper will use their line to call. They always use the number of their victim to call. Even in the village house number. No kidnapper will use his own line to call. And then the issue of...
no, but even if you use the line of the victim, where be the location? It is still trackable, it is still traceable. That's not waiting in the talk. Yes.
You have to activate your location before they can get you.
All right.
You can only get the area that you are from, so area, but the actual location, you have to activate your phone location before they can get you.
All right.
Then the issue of elections on tribunal, something INEC, I know the way you handle it. Those who are mischievous are the ones who are saying they should wait until case end before they announce or before they swear in. They are mischievous, as I said. And some of them are son, respected son, saying that they should hasten for the next 2 months so that they can give judgment before the election. I mean, when all these things come, they are mischievous. And I was saying that they are the people who are planning for interim government. By their body language, they are the planner of interim government.
That allegation. All right, that allegation. You said by their body language. You not go fit no. We never fit ascertain.
Democracy. What is that?
All right.
Somebody is not. It's whatever is when it will end democracy. What is that? By the utterance, they are the one planning it.
All right. All right, thank you, GB, for that one. We don't talk. GB say, well, GB don't help DSS. GB don't help DSS find out the planners of the interim government. But, well, the allegations, not speculations. Safil, you still there? Hello? All right, so yes, yes, awesome. Quickly, so quickly, make we round up this conversation because of our time now. Many things, recorded phone conversations, which we don't already establish. Say we don't need to waste energy on calls for settling of poll cases before 29th. All of these matters we don't talk this morning. Make we tie them all up. What will be the implications or how this whole thing of it impact going forward? Make we use that one, take a round up this morning.
You know when they always say don't overheat the polity, right?
Yes.
During election,
yes,
politicians will always do something that will overheat the polity. That is what keeps them going. Do you understand? Like you now, what keeps you going is coming to that studio to talk.
True,
right?
True.
It gives you joy. It gives me joy to analyze things.
True.
Politicians, it gives them joy to cause confusion. My advice to Nigerians, let me tell you something that happens in the village. In those days when we were young, when small picking one poo, when small picking one poo, somebody could say os. You know what they call os?
No.
Os na dog. You go say os. Dog go come as the picking the poo, we go they eat the poo. So politicians now so that they take us to do for every election, they go say os. We go come out whatever the poo, we go to start with the chopper. At the end of the day, they know where they meet. They will clink glasses, they will have dinner, and they will start sharing the loot of the country. So it is important that Nigerians understand what is bothering you and I today, not the interim government. For me, interim government is not what is bothering me. What is bothering me is the high rate of unemployment in the country. What is bothering me is the high rate of insecurity in the country. What is bothering me is that I don't have electricity 24 hours a day. What is bothering me is that I can't drive into a petrol station anytime I want to buy fuel. What is bothering me is the skyrocketing prices of food in the market. The president-elect, he gets load of sand to carry. Make it a think of how you take carry that load now. All this interim government, they are just distractions that are thrown into. And let me tell you something. After the electoral cases have come to conclusion, that would be the end of all these things you are hearing today. Nobody will be talking about these things.
All right. Thank you so much, Sahil, for your time this morning. Thank you. Even as today convenient for you, you still find way, park somewhere, follow us, talk. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
All right, so
bye-bye.
Yes. All right, now here we go, Bumpy. Shout out to Safil Filemon Ajekuko, na communication expert, na economist, and of course na public affairs analyst, Sabiman. We know what they happen, a very close monitor and commentator of what they happen for inside of the country. All right, shout out to Safil this morning, and shout out to all man. We don't call us from GB to Maxman to everybody. We don't call us this morning. We salute you very specially. Talk about unemployment within the mention. Say one of the concerns now unemployment. KPMG. Don't talk. Say Nigeria unemployment rate. It go past 40%. As a matter of fact, 41%. If they remove subsidy. I just chip that one in. So they pack my ngongo and then Janja. They come off for studio. Shout out to our man. We don't join us since morning. 6 o'clock. We go reach it just now. Make we draw them again tomorrow on top the radio. Super Citizen at Sunrise. My name is Ezemmou, the chief priest. Make you get better morning. I bet before I go back, my go and then come for studio. Make I remember for you. Say for this life, if you don't pursue something it pursue you. And no scoff, because life in Agaga, life not wait for anybody. If you cite me for ATM, you cite me for POS, and they try to collect money, avoid me, get why? You cite me where they dislocate stocky labs, and they chop chicken, they drink my cool water and my mineral, avoid me. Get why. But if you see me for another place, I beg hala is a more one, I go hala you back because you be my brother, you be my sister, you be my uncle, you be my auntie, you be my friend. Make we get better morning. 9 o'clock, make we stroll inside of the newsroom. Una good morning.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We